Good morning again. Good morning, everyone. We're so happy for all of you to join us on this beautiful one time a year that the Fresno County invites a city to host what is called the initiation of a new season, which is the Blossom Trail. And this Blossom Trail, we know that are beautiful fields that are full of beautiful trees. They will beautify in different communities in such a way that we attract a lot of people of the nation, of the county, even from people from out of Europe. They come and take pictures in our fields because this is a display, a showcase of how beautiful nature, demonstrates the season when it starts. The trees blossom with beautiful colors, different shapes. So I wanted to say that we are very happy to welcome this Mother Nature effect that we all, celebrate. And we want the best for our county because we know what that represents to everyone that we live here in the Central Valley, in our region of the state. So with that, I just want to say thank you for making the time on such a busy schedule that every one of you have. So for that, I want to say thank you for making the time to be here on this great celebration of this grand opening for our county and our communities. I would like to acknowledge some of the council members that are here today, and I have a list, and then at the end I'm going to ask if I'm missing any one of you. I would like first to introduce, and you know what, I'm going to ask for if you can hold your applause until I finish so we can give a big round of applause to every one of them. Itzi Robles, representing Assembly Member Arambola's office, Joaquin Arambolas. Can you just stand just so we recognize? Thank you. She will be presenting a certificate after a few minutes. We'd like to Council Member Drew Bessinger, that is from the city of Clovis. He was our former police chief. Council Member Bon Monatua from Clovis, also council member. Thank you. Our Mayor Pro Tem Mark Rodriguez, City of Fowler. I saw my Mayor Pro Tem, he's here. Councilmember Juan Mejia, also from the City of Fowler. Thank you. Councilmember Karnik Kasarian, also from City of Fowler. Mayor Pro Tem Daniel Martinez, representing City of Sanger. And Mayor Eli Ontiveros, also here representing City of Sanger. Thank you, Mayor. Our Supervisor Sal Quintero, representing Fresno County. Thank you for being here, Sal. Mr. Ryan Jacobson, Fresno County Farm Bureau, also is here. Thank you, Ryan, for being here. Ruth Bliwo, artist of the Blossom Trail poster at this time, if Ruth is here. Thank you. Supervisors Mendez, who could not attend this event because of a conflict. And at this time, I would like to ask if I missed anybody, elected official. I think that, yes, Councilwoman Shaw from City of Selma. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Also from the City of Sanger, correct? Thank you, Councilmember. Anybody else that will, can you please stand if I miss you? Mr. Jose Antonio. I did announce my council member, Juan Mejia. Jose Antonio. And our county assessor, Mr. Paul Dictos, is here. Anybody else that I miss? Oh, can you please stay? Oh, City Kizzer, Council Member Hurtado. Thank you. Let's now give him a round of applause to all these elected officials that are here with us today. At this time, I'm going to offer the mic and the time to our former supervisor, Judy Case McNary, that is here, that is going to be our MC for this event. So let's bring Judy to the stage, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Cardenas. Well, it's difficult to know because my hair is a little bit different than it was when you last saw me in office. So I'm going to go ahead, because I'm so distant from all of you up here on the podium, to get rid of my mask so we can actually hear one another and be able to recognize. I give a lot of credit trying to still function with COVID, but we all need to stay safe, and I hope you are all practicing those safety measures. So let's start this out with a presentation of Colors and Flag Salute, Boy Scout Troop number 390. Do we have them ready? So, and we will have the national anthem sung by Molly Mellon, Fowler Chamber Choir, and I'm going to have Molly come up. So.
Troop 390, attention. Troop 390, present the colors. Please join me on the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Troop 390, return to base. Please join me in the national anthem.
Oh, sir, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much. The Scout Troop 390 and also Molly Mellon, and she left her mask on and she could belt it out like that. That is quite impressive, beautiful voice. I'd like to call up Pastor Eric Buell from the Fowler Presbyterian Church for our invocation.
Would you pray with me? Heavenly Father, we thank you for the bounty of the land. We thank you for your generosity and goodness expressed to us in the tremendous variety of food that you've given us. We celebrate this region. We celebrate the many blessings that you put on it. Father, I pray for our elected leaders here. I thank you for their presence here, and I pray, God, that you will strengthen them in their duties to help us have good government. And Father, most of all, I pray that our hearts would be turned to you as we see the beauty around us, as we enjoy your many gifts. May we remember, Father, that they all ultimately come from you. Bless this ceremony, bless these events. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Wow, it's really wonderful to be back in Fowler. I want to give a special thanks to the City of Fowler for today's Blossom Trail opening ceremony. And especially, I also want to give thanks to our gracious host, Fowler Packing. Justin Pernagian, where'd Justin go? The Pernagian family has always been so supportive of community. Would you like to say a few things? Talk about a family business, Sam's Sons. I always thought that was really good. So, Mr. Pernagian, go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Grant Parnagian, and on behalf of the Parnagian family, Fowler Packing, and all of our wonderful employees, we'd like to thank you all for being here. The City of Fowler for giving us the opportunity to host this event. I think in the 30 years of the Blossom Trail, this is the first time we've been able to do an event like this. So it's truly an honor to represent the City of Fowler, and we thank you all for being here too. A few other thank yous I'd like to give out here in the company that helped facilitate the event that was put on here. Vanessa, Matt, Doug, Lauren, I'm sure a few other people that helped out, and also the City of Fowler for all their hard work in helping out to make this happen as well today. Fowler Packing was started by my grandfather Sam in 1950. We actually started in the town of Fowler, and then probably late 70s, as the company grew, we moved out here to this facility here, and have continued to grow out here as well too. My grandfather Sam unfortunately passed away very early, and then my uncles and father took the company over from there and built it up, and have since put us third generation, myself, my brothers, and my cousin in charge of our respective positions, and our goal is to continue to grow the company as well too. So we are a grower, packer, and shipper of mandarins, table grapes, also farming nuts, pistachios, and almonds as well too. Fowler is a huge part of our lives. My fathers and uncles, the majority of us third generation kids grew up in Fowler, went to Fowler schools. My father and uncles still live in the community of Fowler. The company bears the City of Fowler's name. It's something we're very proud of and will continue to be. And we're very honored and happy to be part of the community, along with all the other communities that are involved in the Blossom Trail as well too. The Blossom Trail to us, as far as members of the community, is a very long-standing tradition. I think maybe some of us take it for granted because we live in the area. Some of us probably live on the Blossom Trail. Some of our ranches are on the Blossom Trail, and it's something that we see, every year, every day, through the entire process of bloom. Obviously in farming, we're very heavily involved during bloom time, but you really don't see the impact of the Blossom Trail to people that may not live in the area. When you drive around, especially on the Blossom Trail, and you see the amount of people that stop off the side of the roads to take pictures, to admire the blooms, whether they're by themselves taking pictures or family photos, but the amount of people that actually come by and experience the Blossom Trail is pretty amazing, and all of you should be very proud of it, to have it part of all of our communities. So yeah, for us here at Fowler Packing, we're very honored to be hosting the opening ceremonies, and hope to keep the tradition going for as long as possible. So thank you all for being here, and I'll hand it off to the next speaker.
Before I proceed, I would like to also recognize everyone for being here. You guys are special, every one of you, because without you, events like this will not be the successful events that we see, that we experience, and that we enjoy. But at this time, I'm going to give credit also, and I'm going to be very respectful, and this is what I'm going to say. First, I would like to have all of you husbands or wives that are here with your spouse today. As for me, I'm going to introduce my beautiful wife, Ana Cardenas, which is the First Lady of our city, but I would like to recognize other spouses and wives of our dignitaries and elected officials. So thank you for being here with us. As many you know, Fowler recently lost one of our own, Sergeant Art Duron, to complications from COVID-19. The Duron family and the entire city of Fowler have been so humbled by the outpouring of support. I would like to take and ask you for a moment of silence in memory of Sergeant Duron and all those who have lost their lives serving the public during this pandemic. If we can take a moment of silence to honor them, please. Thank you. I would like to extend our gratitude and thank you to the Fowler High School Jazz Band for their wonderful performance, led by our director, Mr. Daryl Carmen. Thank you, every one of you and the jazz band, our good director. Thank you. Again, I would like to also extend my gratitude and thank you to the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts for their help with this today event. Thank you. It is so wonderful to have this event in person after last year's virtual event. Fowler has hosted this event before the Blossom Trail in 2015. I believe, if my memory serves me well, it was at the Simonian Fruit Company, hosted by our former dear Mayor, Mr. Jim Simonian. I want to thank our host, Fowler Packing, and Grant Parnagian, which is the Executive Vice President of the company, and the entire Parnagian family. I know them mostly all my life, and I have a lot of dear respect and love for the family, since I have lived in my city of Fowler for more than close to 60 years. So I have an acquaintance and relationship with the family, and I really appreciate them a lot, and I love them, because I know, just like Grant stated, that they're from Fowler. I have never excluded them from Fowler, because they represent Fowler, and I know that Fowler is in them. So thank you, the Parnagian family, to every one of you. Thank you so much. My thanks is also extended to Waste Management for the incredible assistance in presenting today's event. And I know that Liz Gomez is here with us at this time. Thank you, Liz. Extend my gratitude to your corporation, company, and thank you for being there for our city, providing the services that you provide. Thank you to our wonderful Fowler businesses for your generous contributions, not only for this event, but for our region's economy. We have today delicious products from Bee Sweet Citrus, Bogosian raisins, first quality produce, national raisins, and the Poindexter nut. We have a beautiful arrangement from Fowler Floral Shop, and thank you to the Fowler Donut Shop in Kebab City for the baked goods, and also to Josie's Restaurant. Let's give a bigger applause to our sponsors, please. And last but not least, of course, I want to recognize the hard work that our city council, elected officials, and all the city administration with all the head departments, but all directed by our city manager, Mrs. Wilma Kwon, that is the city manager of our city. I want to also extend, and let's give a big round of applause to all my city administration, please. Thank you, Wilma. Thank you, Chief Uriel Carras. Thank you for everything you do for our community. And at this time, I'm going to bring in us to come back our MC for today's event, and let's bring our former supervisor, Judy Case, that she still has been supposedly retired, but she's still helping us in so many ways. Thank you, Judy. Let's give a round of applause to our MC today. Thank you for continuing being engaged with all our communities of our county.
Wow, it is really wonderful to be back in Fowler. The reason I am your master of ceremonies instead of Supervisor Mendez is he had a conflict in his calendar that he just couldn't avoid. So I got the phone call and I thought, ooh, I'm really rusty at doing this sort of thing, so we'll wing it. So forgive me if I'm not as quick with all the masks and everything else, but it is really great to be here. I would like to also recognize another member of the Board of Supervisors, Sal Quintero. It's been a while since we've seen one another, but Fresno County has been a huge supporter of the Blossom Trail, working with the communities in the area. It's a very important partnership. Is Erica Cabrera here, a member from PG&E? I would like to just call out what a wonderful partnership they have been, and to give a very special thank you to Pacific Gas and Electric for their continuing sponsorship of the Fresno County Blossom Trail. Their financial assistance is providing funding for the Blossom Trail poster contest and for the new signage. And I understand we need to get some new brochures, so we'll be doing some printing there. So without their help, it would be very, very difficult to be able to provide the things to really promote our beautiful area and promote the Blossom Trail. As you all know, and certainly if you didn't before, you will now, Fresno is the #1 agriculture county in the entire United States and really produces more than many whole states or whole countries. So we're very, very proud of it. The 2020 total gross value of Fresno County Ag was a record-breaking $7.98 billion. That's a lot of money with a B. When you write it out with all the zeros behind it, it's quite impressive. A 2.86% increase from the prior year. And it's really from the strength of the diversity of all the crops that get produced in our wonderful county. There are over 300 different commodities, 80 of which have a gross value in excess of $1 million. That's pretty impressive. So we're very fortunate because we go to the grocery store and everything there, a lot of it is grown locally, and it makes it even more tasty because it's sweet on the vine. So here to tell you more about our wonderful agriculture is Ryan Jacobson. He is the Fresno County Farm Bureau President, and he is the star of the Valley's Gold, a weekly PBS series that presents a behind-the-scenes look at the economic engine that drives our region, agriculture. So Ryan, you are always a steady supporter. We're glad you're here.
Well, good morning, everyone. Well, I gotta say, first off, what a day to celebrate the bounty of Fresno County, a gorgeous day outside. And the cool thing is, if you guys get too bored with me, you can look through these nice windows. We got a working packing house right behind us, so watch those skilled forklift drivers work there. It's kind of pretty amazing to see all that happening right behind us there. As Supervisor Case just mentioned, I think this is worth a round of applause. You guys need an applause. We're the #1 agricultural county in the nation. And I'm having you applause because I don't know how much longer I can say that, because 2021's crop report's probably not going to be as strong as 2020's just because of the water situation, and obviously now the 2022 crop report's not going to look potentially too good because of the water situation. Hopefully it rains over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, but right now it's not looking overly promising. But excited to say that we are #1, and whether we're #1, #2, #3, the most important fact is that this region is absolutely amazing when it comes to the nation's plate. Every single day, it is likely that every single American is eating something that originated within our backyard. And with it, whatever radius you want to pick, 60 to 100 miles. As I always say, no matter how much of a health nut you are, or maybe you aren't as healthy, nevertheless, most likely one of those ingredients, or multiple one of those ingredients, originated right here in Fresno County. When we talk about why we're here to talk about the bounty of Fresno County and the blossoms, we got to talk about those crops that make up the blossom trail. So we're here celebrating almonds, apples, apricots, cherries, citrus, nectarines, peaches, plums, nectarines, pluots, and so much more. These crops and nuts showcase the beauty, flavor, and the culture of this region because it's so intertwined to everything that we do there. And also for Valley residents, it means, and the Valley residents and the nation, it means value-added products and safe, wholesome food that folks can enjoy throughout the world. We welcome the many visitors. It's been said that, Europe and other folks come here to visit. We're going to have tens of thousands of folks that come over here the next 6 to 8 weeks to enjoy these amazing blossoms. I'm a believer that as long as you say it with, certainty and nobody else questions you, people most of the time believe you. I say that this is the world's largest pollination event and nobody's ever told me I'm wrong. I don't know of anything else that's taking place that's larger, so it's absolutely amazing what takes place right here. And so I'm so excited to celebrate those incredible things. Now, when you talk about just the Blossom Trail itself and those crops that we just mentioned, that makes up 2.6 of that almost $8 billion. So it's $2.6 billion are going to be blooming over the course of the next 6 to 8 weeks. Plus an additional $141 million from those incredible bees that we have producing all that honey. And I did some simple math last night, and this is just like really, back of the napkin type of math, but we're talking like 780 truckloads of honey that would be coming out of just Fresno County if you do some extrapolation about how much honey is produced here in this county. So I thought that was pretty amazing. I love to share statistics and facts and just cool things. And some of you farmers in the room already know some of these, but I know a lot of you haven't heard these facts, so I thought it would be fun to share a few of them. So it takes on average between 1.5 to 2 hives per acre of honeybees for almonds. And a hive is 2 boxes. So it's one box stacked on top of the other box, that's a hive. And so it takes approximately, when you look at these fields, it's almost 2 hives per acre. So you're talking about millions and millions of bees that are coming throughout the nation. Approximately 90% of the nation's honeybees are going to be here in the San Joaquin Valley over the course of the next 6 weeks. When you talk about a honeybee, I thought this was absolutely incredible. It takes 1 ounce of honey to fuel a bee's flight around the world. And of course, bees are very short-lived, but if one was to fly around the world, it could get by on just an ounce of honey. Bees are fussy little fellas. They don't like to work in the rain, at night, in the early morning, or when there's frost. But arguably, I could look around this room and say the same about some others around here. So, total joking. But nevertheless, the bees, they really need those critical temperatures, about 66, 65 degrees before they really start getting flying, and that's what allows the magic to happen here in the valley. The almond is botanically a stone fruit related to a cherry, plum, peach, and apricot. That always amazes folks, even still. I've said that a few times, but most people don't know that an almond is not necessarily a true nut. Even though it's one of the 4 official state nuts, it's not technically a nut, because a true nut is, botanically speaking, a hard-shelled pod that contains both the fruit and the seed of the plant, where the fruit does not open to release the seed to the world. Some examples are chestnuts, hazelnuts, and acorns. So fun fact for you, an almond is not a true nut, but even though we refer to it in the agriculture industry as one. Almonds grow on trees in 3 parts, the hull, the shell, and the kernel. The hull is a bit fuzzy and reminds us of the outside of the peach, because essentially it is a peach, and it's a bit thicker than that. The shell is a thick layer that protects the kernel, and then the kernel is the actual nut that we get to consume. The orange usually contains 10 segments. I don't know if anybody's ever sat there and counted them, but it's 10 segments. I thought that was interesting because I've never counted it before. The average cherry tree has 7,000 cherries. A nectarine is a type of peach. They are distinguished by a genetic mutation that gives them smooth skin rather than the characteristic fuzzy skin that you have on a peach. A tangelo is a cross between either a mandarin or tangerine and a pomelo or a grapefruit. I learned that one this last month. And then citrus fruits that are grown in climates without a proper winter will stay green on the outside. It never fails. I always get calls about how the cold weather is going to affect the citrus industry. We need cold to make that citrus happen. That's one thing that a lot of folks don't recognize, is that citrus needs that cold to bring on the color, to bring on the sweetness. And so the cold that we have here is absolutely necessary for that crop. We just don't like to see it get too cold. Below 31, 30 degrees, it becomes a little bit more of a concern when we have those long durations. So I can go on and on about all these amazing statistics of our industry, but nevertheless, it all boils down to our farmers, ranchers, our employees, and all of those across this community that is a part of our agriculture community deserve recognition for making this all happen. It doesn't happen by accident. It's literally, we're talking about 150 years, generation after generation. You heard one of those generation stories from Grant here earlier about those folks that have invested in this region to allow this desert to bloom. And we are so fortunate that we have been able to play such a critical role in both the nation and the world's diet. With that, thank you so much. Thank you to Fowler Packing. Thank you to the Parnagian family. And nobody's actually said the word. I will do a slight bit of advertising. And thankful to the Peels brand that's up here today. We are celebrating the Peels brand, so make sure you consume some of those before you leave today. Thank you guys so much.
I always love hearing Ryan and all the new facts he brings forward. I won't say I love following him because nobody is as great of a speaker. And just a call out, PBS has Valley's Gold. You can go on the PBS website, find out when it runs. You learn all kinds of things about agriculture and how it gets produced, how it gets processed, shipped, what all those numbers are. It's really quite interesting. So we're very lucky to have Ryan as heading our Farm Bureau. I would like to offer the Fresno County Blossom Trail expresses its gratitude for support of the Sanger Chamber of Commerce for managing production, distribution of the Blossom Trail poster collection, and they provide assistance with financial oversight. I think I skipped one thing, my apologies. And we have a number of Fresno County Blossom Trail partners, Kingsburg District Chamber of Commerce. We've got Greater Greeley District Chamber of Commerce, City of Fowler, Orange Cove Chamber, Sanger Chamber, Selma Chamber, and of course the Fresno County Farm Bureau. All of those individuals will give a chance to get updates on what's going on in the communities and what they're planning for. I would also like to give a special shout out. Many of you knew her, but she worked a lot behind the scenes. I don't know if Christy dropped by today. I'd like to give special recognition today for Christy Johnson, who was with the County of Fresno. She worked tirelessly to make sure she could get all of our cities together, a little bit like herding cats on times. They all agree, but they're all very unique. And she would put together and keep the website up. She retired this year after many years of service to Fresno County, and I really appreciated all that she did. I would like to introduce you to Jonathan Avidian. This is the man at Fresno County who's going to keep us all moving with the Blossom Trail. He's been working on the Blossom Trail for a long time. He would be usually in making sure everything was set up and making sure that we all knew what our parts were. But Jonathan, we wish you the best success and look forward to working with you. At this point, I'd like to recognize some of our city elected leaders. We have here with Fowler, Mayor Pro Tem Mark Rodriguez. And you're going to have to help me because I don't see really well up here. And we have Kazarian, pardon me. And do we have City of Reedley? I know the city manager is here, but the mayor's having some, and the mayor wasn't able to come, is what I was told. Also, as part of the partners, the City of Sanger, the City Council, Eli Ontiveros, Mayor. Eli, would you like to have your City Council stand so we can recognize the City Council members? I know we have a couple. Very good. Daniel Martinez and also Michael Monalongo. City of Orange Cove, do we have Mayor Lopez? He's always been a big supporter. I don't think he was able to come today. Selma, do we have Selma representatives? Oh, okay. Okay, Mayor Pro Tem. Sorry, Beverly Cho. Great lady, serves her community really, really well. And Kingsburg, representatives from Kingsburg. We have Mayor North. I know we have our Kingsburg City Manager, Alex Henderson. And Alex, is it Jewel? Okay, yes. And is it Council Member Jewel Hurtado? Right here. Thank you for joining us today. With that being said, I'm gonna, like I said, it's been a little while. When I got the call and asked if I would be a master of ceremonies, it was kind of stepping back out again. It's been a while since I've done it. One of the things we like to do when we have this Blossom Trail opening, I would like to acknowledge Ruth Blue. Ruth, can you stand up? I know you'd rather not be part of the program. However, Ruth is the painter who painted our poster for this year's Blossom Trail. And it's very lovely painting. It was down at the Fresno Fair. And we now have, today we will have posters available for sale. So if you want a very special 2022 Fresno County poster signed by the artist, this is your opportunity. So Ruth is here today for us to sign posters for anybody who would like to do that. As I said, they are available for sale at the back of the room, and you can see the original painting. It is really quite beautiful. So at this time, unless I've forgotten anything else, I have a couple people who keep me in order. At this time, Fowler is our host city. Mayor Pro Tem Mark Rodriguez is going to come up for some comments.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. All the work and effort that everyone has done in Fresno County, and thanking the Parnagian family and Fowler Packing, and of course the City of Fowler. Fowler to me is home, and I love it very, very much. Just like anything else, the Parnagian family, Fowler Packing, Grant, thank you so very much for putting these 1-pound bags of pills together to give away. There's 150 of them. Everyone thought there was only going to be about 30 or 40 people coming out. I said, nuh-uh, it's Fowler and Fowler Packing. So thank you very much again. Carnegie, please come up.
Hopefully there's another mask out there. So as my colleague was highlighting, but also that, both growers and those in the field play a critical role in Fresno County's agricultural industry. And I see that on a first-hand basis as a grower in the county, but that's just one piece of this agribusiness puzzle. We also rely on other businesses and innovators dealing with, for example, equipment manufacturing, packaging, and transportation. And many of those businesses call Fowler and the surrounding area home. And as a city, we definitely understand and appreciate the importance of this role, and we are here to continue to help facilitate the success and growth of those businesses. So we just are so happy for this type of event that will drive economic growth, and we are here for those businesses. So thank you very much.
And it is my understanding we have some representatives from some of our elected official offices at the state and federal level. Could I have those representatives come up now for any proclamations they may have? And I will let you introduce who you're representing so we make sure we properly recognize our electeds. Not that all of our city council members aren't elected. I love you all.
All right. Sorry, I'm a little short. Good morning. My name is Itzy. I'm with Assemblymember Dr. Joaquin Arambula's office. In celebration of the opening ceremony of the 34th Annual Fresno County Blossom Trail that showcases the beauty of our Central Valley agriculture. Congratulations to the many community partners, including the Fresno County Office of Tourism, the cities and chambers of commerce of Fowler, Kingsburg, Orange Cove, Reedley, Sanger, and Selma, and our Central Valley growers for their efforts to highlight this annual event that attracts thousands of people. Congratulations.
And since I know most of the proclamations have some wording, if we might just identify who the elected is.
My name is Ian Colbert. I'm here on behalf of Assemblyman Jim Patterson.
Assemblymember Patterson, tell him thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm extremely honored to be here today on Congressman David Valadeo's behalf. I'm his Fresno County Field Representative. I have a certificate prepared today for the City of Fowler, which reads, in honor of hosting the 34th Annual Blossom Trail Opening Ceremony, we appreciate the recognition you bring to the Blossom Trail. Being from Sanger myself, I know firsthand how important the Blossom Trail and its festivities are for the area and how much local and national spotlight it brings, such as Sanger's 5K run that's hosted annually. It's very honored to be here today, and thank you all so much for putting on the ceremony.
Thank you, and I think it would be appropriate to give the proclamations. We're going to give the proclamations to Mayor Cardenas for the City of Fowler. Oh, we're going to do the chambers, I'm sorry. Okay, at this time is a chance to learn of all the great things going on in our communities. So I will ask for representatives of the chambers of commerce of all of our partner communities. Is there a spokesperson that might come up and just tell us a little bit about what's going on in your city? I know there's a lot of parades and festivals and all sorts of fun things that are happening. How about Sanger? Is there somebody that Mayor Ontiveros, did you want to just give a little overview? Council member, I'm sorry, I'm catching them by surprise. Is Karen Pearson here? There you are. Come on up, come on. I know you have to use the microphone so people hear you.
You really, I don't need a microphone. You should know that, right? Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It's still a big crowd.
It is still a good crowd. Okay. I want to thank Feller Packing for getting my steps in today because we had to park way the heck over there and then walk way the heck over here, so I don't need to walk at all today. I'm Karen Pearson. I'm the president and CEO for Sanger Chamber of Commerce, and we have so much going on to celebrate the Blossom Trail. We're starting off on Actually, we are starting off on February the 26th and 27th with our Blossom Trail bus and tour. We tour the Blossom Trail, and I don't know if you guys know this, but Sanger has 5 wineries. Yeah, you heard it, 5 wineries. So we take a tour along the Blossom Trail, and we take people to all our 5 wineries. And you know what, guys? We also have a microbrewery. So not only do we take them on this Blossom Trail winery tour, we take them to the microbrewery. That would be the 26th and 27th. And then on March 5th, we have our Blossom Trail Run that we have heard a couple of people talk about. And then on the 12th of March, we have our Blossom Trail Car Show and Festival. So that goes right after that. It's a beautiful event that we have celebrating the Blossom Trail. And then I think that is about it. I mean, not a whole lot, just a few little things going on there where we honor the beauty of that is the Blossom Trail. So come on by. And also, like we said, we have Ruth. Anybody who wants posters, needs posters today, and today only, guys. If you want to get your posters, we're going to sell them today for $10 if they're unsigned. So after that, they're going up. I'm selling them for like $1,000 a piece. So if you want your posters, you're going to get them for $10 today. After today, they're $1 million. So $10 today, $1 million tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Karen. And, you know, think about, get these posters in a frame, put them up in your cities. It really is a great promotion, and a lot of people will come by and say, where did that come from? Because it's such a gorgeous painting. So don't miss your opportunity. I'd like to invite up Orange Cove Chamber Representative Charlotte Pavelko. Charlotte has been at these events every single year. Without her, we wouldn't know what's going on in Orange Cove, so we really appreciate that Charlotte came all the way over today.
I'm another short person, so Orange Cove is building a lot of apartments for a lot of people coming in, and we have a lot of oranges and a few peaches and a few other things. And the mayor sends his regards, and we have something coming up April 2nd, the first Saturday in April, which will be the Blossom Trail. So we welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte. And I think we have Char Tucker, longtime board member and president of the Selma District Chamber of Commerce. So, Char, so good you're here. Tell us what's going on over there in Selma. Lots of good stuff.
Thank you. Well, we do have a lot of things going on in Selma. We're always so excited for the Blossom Trail. We have lots of people that come into our chamber office asking about it, and we love seeing all the pictures that they post on social media. Recently, our longtime director of our chamber retired, so we have a couple of board members back here, Karen Frost, our vice president, and Bev Cho, one of our directors. And we're all trying to keep things going. So we've learned that we don't know a whole lot about the back workings of the chamber, but we're learning. But we are so excited to be here today. We thank the City of Fowler as well as Fowler Packing for putting on such an awesome event. We do have a crab feed coming up on February 25th, all you can eat crab. So if you're interested in that, give our chamber a call. And then we have our Raisin Days, Raisin Festival. We've got Carnival, and we've got a lot of great vendors, and that is May 4th through 8th. We have done that for many, many years. So we invite all of our neighboring communities to come out. And again, thank you so much for an awesome event, and thank you for inviting Selma. Thank you.
Okay, City of Kingsburg, Alex Henderson, our city manager, you have somebody from the chamber that's coming up. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lisa Schwartz. I just recently started at the Kingsburg Chamber of Commerce as the Associate Director. Jeff Dodd, who was our director before that, retired, so Barbara Little and I are taking on the load to try to keep things moving. I would like to thank the City of Fowler and Fowler Packing. This is my first Blossom Trail event, and it's quite impressive. So when we see those pink blossoms pop, we know spring is in the air. So we hit the floor running. We're planning our annual car show in Kingsburg. It's the third weekend in April. And we also have our Kingsburg Swedish Festival the third weekend in May. So if you have any questions or anything, please call us at the chamber, and we'd be happy to help you find your way to Kingsburg and celebrate with us. Thank you.
Lisa, thank you, and congratulations as the new chair lead person. We're very happy to have you. Before I call the final spokesperson up from the City of Fowler, I think he deliberately probably eliminated it off my list, but a really important person who has been the chairman of the Fresno County Blossom Trail forever and ever and ever. Yes, I am a bit prejudiced. Mr. Fred McNary, thank you, honey, for all that you do to keep things going. He really is the background. He and Christy have been. So for closing remarks, I'd like to call up Councilmember Juan Mejia from the City of Fowler. Oh, I lost one. Juan, sorry, before I do that, I am so sorry. Reedley City. We have a representative. Oh, Nicole Zyba, wonderful city manager. They are so lucky.
Sorry. We've only been doing this together 10 years, so it's no problem. No problem. Nicole Zyba. Well, that's okay. Reedley loves to be last because we think we're the best. So there you go. Nicole Zyba, the city manager. Our mayor sends her regards. For those of you who don't know, she did break her leg in 3 places, unfortunately, so she is not here. And our chamber executive, who most of you know, Eric Valencia, is in Arizona at the Western Chamber executive event. So I'm in front of you today, but I always love showing off our city of Reedley. And there are so many things that are happening this spring. We're going to start with our Chamber Awards Gala on February 26th. The theme of that is the Roaring 20s, because Reedley is roaring back after this pandemic. If you have never been to our Chamber Awards Gala, I invite you to come. We showcase the top businesses in Reedley, and it is a lot of fun. Every year we sell out. So if that's something that you're interested in, it's good food, it's good times, dress in your best 20s attire, and that would be 1920s attire. And we love to see you there. It'll be at the Reedley Community Center. That kicks off a whole spring of events, including the Reedley Lions Blossom Trail Bike Ride. Anybody here participate in that any year? No? Oh, yay, okay. We have 1 or 2 participants. So we invite you to do that. I myself am not a bike rider, but I will wave at you as you go by. We also have our street fair that we're doing again after a 1 or 2 year hiatus because of the pandemic. So we invite you to come to our downtown, see the car show, participate in the street fair. Those are just some of the events through the spring. But fantastically, we have reopened the Reedley Opera House as well. And if you have not been to our Reedley Opera House, historic opera house, to see the local community plays and musicals, this is the best time. The next show up that's starting is Southern Fried Funeral. Hopefully that sparks some interest for you to eat. Just check it out. And then our own chamber executive, Eric Valencia, is directing The Addams Family that'll begin in late spring. So I invite you to come sit in our historic theater, enjoy just wonderful talent that comes out of Reedley and the surrounding communities. And then when we all get together back again to do the Fruit Trail kickoff, we'll tell you all about what's happening in the summer. So thank you very much.
I would like to invite up Sal Quintero, Supervisor of Fresno County. We go a ways back. He has some comments, but Fresno County has been a very important part of our Blossom Trail. And while he is coming up, Mr. Paul Dictos, Department Head, County of Fresno. Assessor Recorder for the County of Fresno, your elected official. Thank you so much for coming today, Mr. Dictos.
Well, thank you very much, Judy. Really appreciate it. And good morning, everyone. Come on, this is the kickoff. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. One more time. All right, Red Caps, good morning. Okay, we're getting better. We'll work at that. I want to thank Fowler Packing and the City of Fowler. Mayor, thank you so much for all your kind hospitality this morning. And I want to also wish Fowler happy birthday, 114 years old. Congratulations. I go back a few years with the City of Fowler. It's very near and dear to me. I grew up in a little area outside of Fresno, and it was called Calwa. It's called Calwa, if you know that place. And actually, they did their part in agriculture back in the day because it's an acronym. It stood for California Wine Association. So before there was an app in Sonoma, there was Calwa. So please remember that. That's another part of history. The Parnagian family and I, Dennis and Jack, we go back to knowing each other probably in the 1960s. We had dark hair then, dragged the mane, and life was good, still is. So thank you to both of you. I want to tell you that the slogan, the slogan for the Blossom Trail, 60 miles of unforgettable beauty, 60 miles. And really, my wife Hope and I, we've taken the trip every year, just gone through the Blossom. She loves to see that, get out of the car, take pictures. But it's what it also shows us what America is all about. And as the mayor mentioned earlier, he mentioned a lot of the small businesses that participated. He mentioned a lot of the families that have participated that have made Fresno County great. And I want to thank you for being that part of a slice of America. And to me, this is what America is about, the diversity of Fresno County. So with that, I want to really say thank you for putting your best foot forward. I want to thank each community. Wrote down already for the Selma Crab Feed. We're already lined up for Easton's Crab Feed. So everything is really on the up and up. I know we've had our challenges as the rest of America has, but you know, this community, this county, it's got grit, it's got determination, and it has resilience. So I want to say thank you to all of you, and thank you for all the work you do in helping make Fresno County great. Stay well.
And I would be remiss if I don't introduce and recognize the large number of the Sanger City Council are here today. City Manager Tim Chapa. Tim, thank you for coming and for continuing to support the Blossom Trail. Eli Ontiveros, the mayor. We also have Daniel Martinez, council member, and also tireless worker for clean air, let me tell you. Thank you, Daniel, for all you do with them. And Michael Montalongo. So very happy to see all of you. Did I miss any other council members? Councilmember Hurtado, did she come? Thank you. And for Sanger, since it was kind of a work of love for me and my husband because we're runners, the first weekend in March is the Sanger Blossom Trail Run. And so if you're a runner, it's a great run. It's on the Fresno County Runner of the Year series. It's a 30-pointer. That's a really big deal. So anyhow, I am going to wrap up and give it over to Councilmember Juan Mejia with the City of Fowler.
Wow, thank you everybody. I get to do the fun part, the closing remarks, and just gonna do some announcements and some housekeeping. First of all, I have to say, as a council member, this is the first event that I get to attend where I am in the presence of so many elected officials and dignitaries, and for me it's an honor. It's a pleasure, and I've been able to talk to many of you, and I've enjoyed every moment. I am enjoying this event. It's one of a kind. I want to give thanks to some of the people that helped put this together. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into an event of this scale. And I want to start off by thanking our city manager, Wilma Kwan, Stephanie Mejia, Yvonne Hernandez, Thomas Gaffrey, where are you, hiding in the back over there? Thank you for everything. You guys have put a lot of hours into this event, and it shows. I'm sure everybody is pleased with the way that it has turned out. I want to give thanks to the Fowler Band. You guys, that was not the band when I was in high school. These guys are good. And so I was impressed. I was sitting over there listening to just you guys roll the hits over and over and over. So super impressed. Thank you guys very much for being here. I want to thank the Boys and Girl Scouts. I don't know if they're still here, but thank you for your participation. Craig Mellon for the sound. Loved it. It worked. Thank you. And to your daughter, Molly. That was a great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you. Goosebumps. And so I also want to, again, thank our host facility. I want to thank Grant and Justin, who couldn't be here, for hosting this. I want to thank Waste Management, again, for helping sponsor it. And I want to give thanks real quick to Be Sweet Citrus, who participated, Bogosian, First Quality Produce, Fowler Floral. I don't see them here, but thank you to you, to Josie's Restaurant, Kebab City, National Raisins, and Poindexter Nut Company. All proud businesses of our community, and thank you very much for that. I have to give special thanks to our former supervisor, Judy Case McNary, for emceeing the event. You did a fantastic job. We matched, got the pink going on, we color coordinated. Yes. And before we call it a day, since we've been invited to a crab feed, we've been invited, everybody's inviting each other to different events, it's appropriate that Fowler is hosting this ceremony today because it coincides with our sesquicentennial year. This is the 150th year of the founding, not the incorporating, because we were incorporated in 1908, but the founding of Fowler. And we're gonna celebrate all year long. So it's gonna culminate this fall, but I'm putting out the notice right now that we will be inviting all of you to join us as we celebrate our 150th, our sesquicentennial. So invitations to come, we have your emails, we have your contact info, we'll be getting in touch. I just also want to encourage everybody, when you walked in, you were given a little bag with some gifts of appreciation in it. You're all Fowler, you guys are all Fowler now, you all have a pin in your bag. But with that, we'd like to encourage you to also go back and visit the tables. We still have some fruit, some nuts from B-Sweet, Poindexter, that we would like you guys to just fill your bags and take them home and enjoy them at home. And finally, I just want to say that we look forward to seeing all of you next year when we have this celebration in 2023 with the host city of Reedley. And we look forward to seeing all of you there so that we can do all of this again. With that, I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you and have a great day.